Hello, this is Jacqueline Price, aka Rich Sister, and I welcome you to Thoughts, Vision, inspirational topics to help get you through life. Thank God for this opportunity. Thank you, creators. Well, and I thank you all for tuning in today. Sorry. Old habits die hard. But I thank you for tuning in. If you need any info about me, about Thoughts for Vision, blog, the radio show, you need any info about my business venture, Rip and Run Grocery, you need social media pages, you need like to download anything like headshot, resumes, bio from my LinkedIn page, or if you want to donate to either Thoughts for Vision or Rip and Run, there's one place and one place to do that at, and that's what I like to call my one-stop shop. Check out my website, www.jackie, JACKIEAP.com. If you need any info about me whatsoever, that's the website. Go to www.jackie, J-A-C-K, excuse me, JACKIEAP.com. Check it out. Hope you are doing well today. So glad that you are here. Not going to be a very long show today because I will be preparing to go to church today. As you know, today is Good Friday. And of course, on this day was the day where Jesus was crucified. And I know sometimes we think, well, what's really good about this Friday, right? You think about the crucifixion and he suffered and died on that cross. But the good thing is that he died for all of us, for all of humanity, because he loved us so very, very much. Think about, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, and whosoever shall believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. And today's question that I pose to you, what does the cross mean to you? What does the cross mean to you? What does it mean? Is it just something that's on top of a church building? Is it just a piece of jewelry that you wear? You know, what does the cross? What does the cross mean to you? What does it mean to you? Is it representative of something that has changed your life completely? You know, gave your life a complete turnaround? Or, like I said, is it just something on top of a building or something you just wear around your neck? I'm going to start off reading from the book of First Peter. I'm gonna put these verses. Let me type these verses that I'm going to be reading from. I'll start with First Peter chapter 2, verses 21 through 25. Let's see. Let me type this. Sorry. Let's see. First Peter to just going to type that so you can see where I'm reading from, and I'll post it on the screen while I'm reading it. So that's what I'm going to read. Once again, coming from the book, 1 Peter, chapter 2, verses 21 through 25. And I'm reading from the New Living Translation. For God called you to do good, even if it means suffering. Just as Christ suffered for you, he is your example, and you must follow in his steps. He never sinned, nor ever deceived anyone. He did not retaliate when he was insulted, nor threaten revenge when he suffered. He left his case in the hands of God, who always judge fairly. He personally carried our sins in the body. Let me start again. He personally carried our sins in his body on the cross so that we can be dead to sin and live for what is right. By his wounds, you are healed. Once you were like sheep who wandered away, but now you have turned to your shepherd, the guardian of your souls. Once again, read from 1 Peter 2, verses 21 through 25. And to me, that's what the cross simply means to me. We are to live by the example that he showed us. He showed us to the example of, and I want to read that. I want to read that part again. I want to read verses 21 through 23 again. Okay. For God called you to do good, even if it means suffering. Just as Christ suffered for you, he is your example, and you must follow in his steps. He never sinned, nor ever deceived anyone. He did not retaliate when he was insulted, nor threaten revenge when he suffered. He left his case in the hands of God, who always judge fairly. And that can be hard to do sometimes, can it? You know, we think about that. He never retaliated, never threatened revenge, never sinned, never deceived, you know. He left his case in the hands of God. And understand what you really need to understand. This was a difficult thing for him to go to the cross. You know, he wasn't rip roaring happy to go to the cross. You think about when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane. Now, as he was praying, remember, he asked the Lord to take this from him if he could. If you remember, he said, Lord, if it's possible, take this cup from me. Take this cup from me. Remember, he said that when he prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane. He was like, Lord, if it's possible, take this cup from me. You know, he wasn't rip-roaring happy to go to the cross. Just wasn't. But of course, he turned around and said, not my will, but your will be done. When you think about in that moment when he was praying, it reads in the word where he was dripping. He was like dripping sweats of blood as he prayed. Because, I mean, he did not want to do this. He did not want to go to the cross. He's like, Lord, if there's any way that this does not have to happen, you know, and let's not do it. But just imagine his love for us was so great that he said, not my will, but your will be done. So this is what the cross means to me. This on the cross, he showed us the example of how we're to live, because the Bible says, as you know, as he was persecuted, we're going to be persecuted. There is a suffering that's going to happen here on this end of life. There's a suffering that you have to go through. And are we willing to follow Jesus's example? As shown in the verses that I read from First Peter. Are you willing to live by the example that Christ gave? Like I said, never sinned, never deceived anyone, didn't retaliate when he was insulted, didn't seek revenge when he suffered. You think about how he was treated when he was on the cross. You know, they ridiculed him. They, you know, they shouted, well, if you're really the Christ, why don't you get off the cross, and all that stuff. So many things that was done to him in the precious seconds that he was on that cross. And, you know, I guess if he wanted to have his way, he could have did whatever, you know, but he knew that the great plan of what God wanted to accomplish had to be fulfilled. You know, I guess he could have, no question, he could have did what he wanted to do, but he knew he had to fulfill the overall purpose of why he had to be on that cross. And definitely those of you who are going to be in church today, of course, some of you will be in Good Friday service. And Good Friday service, what they do there, if you've never been to a Good Friday service, they celebrate the 7 sayings of Christ. You know, his last words when he was on that cross. You think about that. And I want to read to you, I'm going to read to you the 7 sayings and where they are found. I'm going to read to you the same 7 sayings. Like I said, for those of you who are going to Good Friday service, or maybe don't have any idea what they do in a Good Friday service. I see Vanessa Haynes. Vanessa Haynes checking in. Hey, Vanessa, thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you so much. But I'm going to read to you the 7 sayings of Christ. For those of you who don't know, you know, what they do in Good Friday service, you know, that's what they do. They have each person, each speaker to get up and talk about each saying. Okay, and these were the last words of Jesus Christ when he was on the cross. And let's see, the first one is from Luke. I'm going to try to post these as I'm doing it, at least where they're found, where you can look them up. The first one is from Luke. Luke chapter 23, verse 34. Like I said, I'm just going to post where they were found, which each one, so you can look it up on your own. let's see. There it is. So the first one is from the book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 34. And it says, Father, forgive them, for they know, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. Once again, that's Luke 23:34. That's the first saying. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. He sat there and forgave them. See, as I was explaining before, this is reflective of, you know, he didn't threaten revenge. He didn't want to retaliate, you know, and that's how much he loved humanity. He said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. Then the second saying, coming from Luke 23, verse 43. That's that one. Okay. Once again, this is the second saying, coming from the book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 43. The second saying, truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. And who he was talking to there, he was talking to one of the thieves. Because remember, when he was crucified, it was two thieves, one on the left, one on the right. And one of the thieves, of course, was being mocking. He was mocking what was going on. And one of the thieves, he said to the early thief, look, we deserve to be up here. We sinned and did wrong, but this man is innocent. There was one of them that was walking saying, look, if you really Christ, save us and all that. And he was mocking, but the one thief really saw him for the Christ that he was. And he was like, look, we deserve to be up here, but this man is innocent. And that thief asked Jesus to remember him, to remember him. And that's what Jesus said to him, as of this day, you'll be with me in paradise. One of the thieves, he repented, said, remember me when you go into the kingdom. And that's what Jesus said to him. And once again, Luke 23:43, truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. Then the third saying, coming from John 19, comes from John 19, 26, 27. Let's see. That's the third saying. John 19, 26, 27, which reads, woman, behold your son. Son, behold your mother. Of course, in that instance, he was talking to Mary and John, letting John know, look, this is your mother now. Behold your son. Woman, behold. He was talking to his mother Mary and his and the disciple John. He was like, woman, behold your son. Son, behold your mother. I mean, that was his way of telling him, take care of her. Because I'm about to do this and I'm about to die. And he was like, take care. He was telling John to, hey, take care of Mary. Then, fourth saying, let's see. Okay. Fourth saying coming from Matthew 27:46. At least this is one of the places that it's found. Like I said, fourth saying. Fourth saying, Matthew 27:46. This is one of the places where this verse is found. Of course, that's my God, why have you forsaken me? Then, fifth saying, John 19:28. Fifth saying, John 19:28. Just simply two words. I thirst. No, you got thirsty. I was on the cross, and then, of course, that's when they gave him the sponge with bitter water in it. Sixth saying, John 19:30. Once again, sixth saying, John 19:30. It is finished. That is the sixth saying. It is finished. Meaning, just what it says, it's finished. He had did what he came to do. I mean, it was finished. He had completed his work. Period. Bottom line, finished. Of course, the last saying, coming from Luke 23, verse 46. Again, that's Luke 23:46. Last saying, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. After that, he said that was his last saying. He had died. He had perfected his work on the cross. And thank God, because you think about where would we be if he didn't do that? Where would we be if he did not perfect his work on the cross? Where would we be? Like, you don't even really want to think about it. Where would we be? Where would we be? Shudder to think. And I thank God for what he did on the cross these many years ago. He died for all of us. And he set that example. He set that example of how we're to be, how we're to live on this earth. See, we're going to go through a suffering on this earth. There's a suffering and a persecution that we're going to go through. And we're to follow his example as to how to handle it. How to handle it. By not sinning, by not deceiving, by not retaliating, by not seeking revenge. That's the example he set before us. That's the example. in the greatest agonizing hours of his life, he was able to set the example of not sinning, not deceiving, not retaliating, not seeking revenge. I mean, can we say that we are living life like that? Can we say that we have so far lived a life like that? I don't think any of us can say that because the Bible says we've all sinned and come short of the glory and honor of God. But we know that that life is possible because he set the example and lived the example. But that's for you to decide for yourself. What does the cross mean to you? What does the cross mean to you? Everybody's got to make that decision for themselves. Does it mean just some decoration on the building or on the stained glass window of the building? Is it just something that you put on your jewelry? You know, is it just a pendant that you wear on your jewelry, or does the cross mean life to you? Living a life that of an example that was set in his blood. That's something you really need to decide for yourself what it means to you. And with that, that is all I have to share on that today. Um, hopefully that resonated with you. Hopefully that so resonated with you. Um, I mean, just think about the example, the example that Christ showed us and how to be and how to live, how to really follow his example. That's what we're to do with our lives. Follow the example that he set before us. How to love, how to care, how to share, to be an example. But it's up to you. It's up to you to decide that for yourself. Okay? So hopefully those of you will go out today to a Good Friday service near you. And I welcome you to attend a Good Friday service near you. Okay. Now I definitely welcome you to because I'm gonna tell you about two of them. Okay. I'm gonna give you the info for two of them. Okay. Now first I'm gonna give you, let's see. Okay. Let me find some. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a minute. Like I said, um, I'm gonna give you the info for two Good Friday services here in Los Angeles, which y'all should know by now that I am in the city of Los Angeles. So I'm going to give you, let's see. Right. Sorry. Somebody's mentioned me. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. I'm multitasking here. So, so I'm going to give you two Good Friday services here in the city of Los Angeles if you want to attend, okay? First of all, I'm going to give you, first of all, I'm going to give you the one that's taking place at West Angeles Church. And as you know, that is the church that I attend, okay? And of course, it's pastored by presiding Bishop Charles E. Blake, okay? Now, I'm going to first give you that one. Now the Good Friday service that takes place there at West Angeles is done by the jurisdiction. Okay, this is a jurisdictional service. Okay, it's not just West A. Okay, it's a jurisdictional service, and we are of course under Southern California jurisdiction number 1, and the prelate of that jurisdiction is Bishop Joe L. Ely, and of course our jurisdictional supervisor, as well as the assistant general supervisor of the Churches of God in Christ Worldwide, is Dr. Barbara McCool Lewis. So once again, we are under Southern California jurisdiction number 1, and they are having their Good Friday service at West Angeles. And I welcome you to come out. Church of God in Christ, First Ecclesiastical Jurisdiction of Southern California, Good Friday service. The 7 last words of Christ. And it takes place today, April the 14th, 2017, at 12 noon. And it takes place at West Angeles Church of God in Christ at the North Campus Sanctuary, okay? Located at 3045 Crenshaw Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90016, okay? Once again, to read, Presiding Bishop Charles E. Blake, Sr., Host Pastor, Bishop Joe L. Ely, Jurisdictional Prelate, and Mother Barbara McCool Lewis, Assistant General Supervisor and Jurisdictional Supervisor. So if you want to come out, now that's the one that I usually go to. That's the one I usually go to, but I found out about another one that I'm going to check out. I'm going to give you that address. But that's the one I typically go to. And like I said, that is under Southern California jurisdiction number 1. So if you want to check that one out today, for those of you who are in the city of Los Angeles, okay, that's one you can check out. But this is one I decided I wanted to check out today. And my Sunday evening teacher told us about this one this past Sunday. Now this is the one I'm gonna actually go to and check out, and it is called 7 Words, 7 Women, Good Friday Service. Now typically, definitely what they do at the Good Friday service at West Angeles, they typically just have a lady, one of the missionaries, whatever, do the, oh gosh, which saying was that? They typically, well, I'll just describe the saying. They typically have a woman doing the saying, woman, behold thy son, son, behold thy mother. They typically have a woman saying, doing that saying, and then the rest of the sayings are done by men. But at this particular Good Friday service, it's called 7 Words, 7 Women. So they have all women doing all of the same sayings. So I welcome you to check this one out. It's called 7 Words, 7 Women, Good Friday Service. And it is also taking place today, April the 14th at 12 noon. And the location is at New Greater Circle Mission Church. Once again, repeating the name of that church, is called New Greater Circle Mission Church, located at 1359 West 107th Street, and that's at the corner of 107th and Normandy, Los Angeles, California, 90055. And the host pastor is Pastor Liz Gregory. So that's two options for you for Good Friday service that, of course, I know about if you want to attend either one of those. But I'm gonna check out this one, 7 Words, 7 Women. I mean, that's awesome where they have all ladies doing all the same. So I'm gonna check out that one. But I welcome you. Also, if you want, you can check out the one at West Angeles Church. Like I said, that is a jurisdictional service brought on by Southern California Jurisdiction Number 1. So either one of those services, feel free to check out. Or, of course, if you're not in Los Angeles, please feel free to check out a Good Friday service near you. And, of course, this coming Sunday, it's Easter Sunday, where we celebrate, of course, the resurrection of our wonderful Savior. Because he didn't stay dead. He didn't just stay in that grave. He rose on the 3rd day. So definitely, hopefully you check out a Good Friday service near you today. And definitely on Sunday, come early, because that's one of the 3 days. Everybody come. Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter, right? So come early on Easter Sunday, and I hope you attend a church near you to celebrate the risen Savior, the one who died for your sins, the one who loved you so much that he set an example before you on how to live life. Because once again, there is a suffering that you have to go through. But he showed us the example of how to suffer, but most importantly, on how to love, on how to give, how to handle suffering. And that's with a loving attitude, a heart and a passion for souls, for humanity. And simple, we're to follow that example. We're to follow that example. I hope you remember that on this day. Okay? And that is going to do it for me for the day. Once again, you need any info about me, about thoughts, vision, one place and one place only for you to go to. And that's what I like to call my one-stop shop. Once again, check out my website, www.JackieJackieAP.com. Once again, you need info about the Thoughts Provision blog and radio show, the business venture Rip and Run Grocery, social media pages. Need to download any info about me, headshot, resumes, bios from my LinkedIn page. Or if you want to donate to either Thoughts Provision or Rip and Run Grocery, that's the place to do it at my website, www.JackieJackieAP.com. Once again, www.JackieJackieAP.com. And that will do it for the show today. Thank you so very much for tuning in to the Thoughts for Vision radio show today. And remember, God's thoughts plus your vision equals greatness. Once again, God's thoughts plus your vision equals greatness. You take care. You have a wonderful holiday weekend. And I will see you on the radio soon. Take care and God bless.